Hey everyone, it's Diane. Today's July 31st and it's a beautiful morning before we get really hot, so I wanted to come out here and show you my tomatoes. My tomato plants. I don't have that many, but I'm going to show you how they're doing. We are in a drought. We have drought here in the Midwest. Hasn't rained for over a month, probably 6 weeks or better. But I've been watering my tomato plants and bottom watering, keeping the water on the ground and trying to soak them up every couple days because there's no moisture otherwise. So they're not doing too bad, thank goodness. So I'm just going to kind of show you how they're doing. I have some to harvest today too, but I got some really nice ones on here. I'm not anticipating a huge crop, but there will be enough to put away this year. This one here is a Cherokee Purple. I have never planted the Cherokee Purple ever, and I have some ripe ones in there that I'm going to be taking off today. We'll see how they taste. They look kind of pinkish. I'm excited to see what they look like in the center and how meaty they are. Here's the good old reliable Roma tomato. A lot of you know they just do so well. They produce a lot. This one has a lot of tomatoes on it. A lot of them. Just clusters of them right there. And I think there is also some, might be a few ripe ones on in there somewhere, but look at them. They look really nice. This one here is called the Black Plum. Now it's a lot of little plum tomatoes. And there's quite a few ready coming on. As you can see, they're just loaded with them. And I need to get them picked. And there's my little friend. Always have to have friends, don't we? Hi. This one here is the Big Beef. I'm a big fan of the Big Beef tomato. I've grown this one for years, and I only had one to put in this year because the rest sold. But as you can see, we have some really nice ones right there to pick. So those will be nice for sandwiches, BLTs. And I will be getting them off today. They need to get off before the bugs and stuff get on them. But don't those look nice? It's pretty loaded up. Like I said, I've had to water these. And if I haven't been watering them, they wouldn't be this big. This one here is the grape tomato. I've been planting grape tomatoes for several years. This one is loaded down, and there's several on the plant right now that are ready to go. Let's go check them out here. The fun part is finding them. Look at the clusters of beautiful red grape tomatoes. The grape tomatoes are wonderful. They're just great just to eat right off the vine. And they are very easy to grow. I have found these to seed. And they normally seed back as grape tomatoes. Maybe not quite as large, but they do seed back. Nice, huh? One tomato plant I'm quite impressed with is the Belgian Giant. I'm going to give you a close-up here pretty soon. This one's really nice and big. But I also have one in the back that's not as tall. But I think it's because it has a little more competition with some trees back there. But let's check out some of the fruit here. Again, this is the Belgian Giant. Never planted them before, but I think I might like them. They have huge tomatoes. Just starting to turn. And back here, we got a couple that are getting pretty close. Look how big this one is. This one's huge. I hope it makes it. I hope we don't have any problems. That I can harvest it and show it to you guys later and weigh it out. Because that's something I want to do. But as you can see, the Belgian Giant is a pretty interesting plant. And it's doing pretty good. And there's my plant clips. They're doing their job too. This one here is the Brandywine, although I'm not seeing a lot going on it yet. Let's look around it here. The tomatoes aren't very big on this one. And I've got a broken one there. But they have a lot of competition with the trees back here. Next year I think I'm going to probably have to move my garden. I don't know. Now we're just going to give you a view of some of the beautiful tomatoes I have on that hopefully will have enough time in the season here to get them ripened. I'll probably start cutting back on the water before long because we will probably get our first frost. Last year it was mid-October. This year it might be a little earlier, so I might start restricting some water, cutting back a few of the branches to get these guys to ripen. Last year I pulled them off and ripened them indoors, which worked, but honestly I'd rather do it out here if I could. Black plum is loaded up. Boy, look at them. You know, they're small, but you know what I do with these? I just throw these. I actually do not skin them at all. I use the skins and everything, and the seeds probably won't be too bad in these, but we'll check it out later. And I'll make tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce with them. And I don't even do that step anymore, because I found out that tomato peelings really isn't that big of a deal if you blend it up. It's not that big of a deal. It isn't going to hurt you. It's probably going to be actually a little better if you keep them on. It's a little more nutrition, so it's just something to think about. If you don't have to do that step, why do it? So with these smaller tomatoes, that's what I do. There's no need to peel them or anything. I just use the whole thing, blend them up, and then use them for what I'm going to use them for, like sauces, or actually I freeze a lot of tomatoes too, and I can bring those out later. So I just kind of wanted to give you a little show of the tomatoes today, and they're doing good. Despite, like I said, our drought. I know a lot of you guys are experiencing drought right now. It's just horrible. Just horrible. And not only our tomatoes, but our huge crops that we have in the fields are in dire stress right now, and harvest will be very early this year. But I always water on the bottom of the plant, never the leaves. Do not ever water the leaves. It's because it just causes tomato diseases on the leaves. To quicken up production on my tomatoes, I might, since some of these are blooming yet, I might be clipping these down. There's no way they're going to be producing tomato in time here before we get cold. So that is something that I'm probably going to end up doing. I am not also noticing they are pretty much aborting anyway because of our heat. So it won't do me any, it will do some good to trim these guys back and kind of speed up the process. And that's kind of what I need to do. They don't need to be putting their energy into new tomatoes right now, since we are almost August 1st and we got a good, I'd say a good month and a half. But I'm on it, you know, if you want to speed them up, and if your weather gets cold, you know, in a good time. I honestly don't want to be out here picking a bunch of green ones again. I'd just as soon speed it up if I can, and that's what I'm going to be doing, trimming them up a little bit. Ray Praxis 55712, hi Ray. He recommends doing that, and it's not something I've ever done, but it's something if I want to speed these up, get these to mature a little quicker, because when the weather comes, it comes fast, the cool weather, and tomatoes don't like cold weather, so they are, they're going to be needing a little bit of help. So that's what I'll be doing, is trimming them up, coming out here and trimming these tops off, and trimming the blossoms off, and just to kind of see how well that, does help speed them up. So see these itty bitty little tomatoes coming on? Those are no way going to make it. So what I'm probably going to do here is come over here and clip this whole branch off to get these other ones, to get them so they mature a little faster. That's going to be key this year. Honestly, I think we're going to have an early frost, an early fall into winter, but I don't know, since our season started so early this year. We were warm early in March. It started so early, so I'm just kind of thinking maybe we're going to be getting an early fall into the cooler weather, but we'll just see how it plays out. Since we've had heat over 90, 95 degrees several weeks, my gosh, and I know all you are experiencing it too, but tomatoes like heat, but not this hot. They do not like it this hot. Actually doesn't do that well for them, especially when it stays hot and never ever ends. So honestly, they're doing okay, but I had to supplement watering. You got to definitely take care of them to get your tomatoes, and thank goodness they are looking rather well. So the list of tomatoes I did today was the black plum, big beefs in back. This one here is the Roma. We got the Cherokee purple, which was new for me. I've never done that one. Back there is the Brandywine. And I got 2 Belgium Giants right back here, one in the back and one in the front. And we got the grape tomato right there. Grape tomatoes, love them. If you want some just to pick off the vine, it is an awesome one. And these guys are super sweet. Wonderful, wonderful size to deal with. You guys take care. We'll see you soon. And one last look at my beautiful big beef tomatoes. These look so yummy. See you later. Bye.